What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. This video we're going to be taking a look at another little device that would definitely add some character and some flair to your setup. And again, this is kind of in the Cyberpunk theme. So if you haven't seen the previous video here, not too long ago we did the internet host key. I'll try to put a tag up here for that. And that's kind of a Cyberpunk looking power bank that you can put into a setup, especially if you're going for the Cyberpunk aesthetic, right? So this is the Timesgate, and this is from a company called Divoom. And full disclosure, I actually paid for this with my own money. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. So let's go ahead and open this up and kind of show you what the Timesgate has to offer. So got some packaging here, so let's go ahead and get this unwrapped. And this is the way it came. A little baggy, kind of a little gifty approach, right? So let's dump that. And then let's go ahead and open up this case. Looks like we got to break a seal on the push to release. It's a very sticky seal. There we go. And we're going to push this to release it. And our futuristic looking Timesgate. Okay, and I got a little cable. And that's it. That's the packaging. So, not bad. It's kind of a cool little packaging case. I guess if you're not going to use it or you want to use this for something else, you can. And then you've got your Timesgate, which is pretty darn neat looking, actually. So it's going to sit on a desk or a shelf or something like this. Let's go ahead and pop open the cable. Let's see the kind of quality we got. It's a nice braided cable. And it is USB-A to C. So that, you know, you're going to have something to plug it into to give it power. You get a little instruction manual. And so let's go ahead and go over some of the specs for this bad boy before we fire it up and launch into an application that you can download for Android or iOS and use to control this as well. Okay, so this is basically like a pixel art creation, but it has some different feature sets. Okay, Divoom is very, very popular for kind of the 8-bit or pixel-based graphics or different displays that they've got. So if you've heard of them, they're very, very big on desk setups, from little keyboards to little display clocks to all sorts of different things. And this can be a clock, so just so you know. So you can use this for multiple things. It has these screens here. You can see there's actually 5 little individual screens. They are 5 by 144 inch, okay, LCD modules. I don't think they're 144 inches, but maybe that's 1.44 inches. Output for this guy, 5 watts. It does have a microphone built into it. Basically, it's so you can hear its surroundings, right? So you're basically going to have this to where I think you can like set it to where if there's nothing going on, maybe it goes off. But if it hears something, it goes on, right? Some of these kind of things have motion detectors built in. That'll turn them on, especially like Nixie clocks, which you can actually set up this to look like a Nixie clock, which we'll get to that. This also has Wi-Fi built in, so that's how you're going to control it through the app. And again, it's got all sorts of different features. And these 5 screens are IPS full color LCD displays, right? And so they're 128 by 128 pixel. You can do static images, dynamic, or GIFs, right? So you got some pretty cool stuff there. The dimensions of this bad boy is 233 millimeters or 283 millimeters by 47 by 1.6. Its weight is 406.4 grams, or the equivalent of about 2 pounds. And the charge into it is 5 volt 1 amp. Okay, so that's all the nice specs there. Some of the use cases for this, obviously, is you can like monitor social media, you can have it be a clock, you can have it do pixel art, so you can have it be a daily planner. You know, it's kind of a cyberpunk, you know, futuristic design that can be worked in like a gamer setup or something like that. Again, I mentioned cyberpunk, so that's another different setup that we can talk about there. So again, the times gate is pretty cool. So let's go ahead, and obviously there's no battery built in, so we're gonna have to plug this bad boy in. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so use their cable. That's what I've got to say. My cable was the issue here. So I went ahead and unraveled their cable and used it, and powers right up. And this is what you're going to see for your setup, right? You're going to actually have scan your QR code, download their app. You've got a little animation here, waiting to configure Wi-Fi and stuff like that. So look at that. That is pretty cool. You know, you got some nice lights on the side here. Got a little lighting on the RGB side on this point. So it's got a nice glow. And then on the back side, look at this. That's kind of cool. So you've got little lights on the back side too that look really neat. So I'm actually really excited to get this set up. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to run through the whole setup with this bad boy with you guys. I'm going to set it up with the app, come back, and I'm going to hit its highlights and its features and kind of show you some of the stuff that we're going to do with it use case wise. So already learned a lesson. Use the cable it came with. Don't try some other cable. Although that's a pretty good charge cable. It's coming from a 100 watt power bank that it comes with. So I don't know why that cable didn't have the ability to power this guy, but it did not. So something to learn. Use what comes with. Alright, well guys, we're going to configure this, and we'll be right back, and I'll go over some of the features and stuff, and get a good look at what all this thing is capable of. So far, I like the looks of it. So we're having a little fun here. We're setting it up. I just wanted to come and share, so make sure that this will only connect to a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi that's in your house. If your phone is connected to a 5 gigahertz or something like that, not going to work. You need to pair up your phone to the 2.4 gigahertz, which this will see that your phone's connected to. Then it will basically bridge onto your Wi-Fi, and then once it's all done, you can see here that you know, it's kind of got some animations going. It says loading data, just kind of some cool cyberpunkish stuff, and then it says, hey, I got a firmware update because it is now connected to the server. So I am now supposedly, okay, yeah, we're doing a firmware update. So you can see that across the board here, it's acting like it's going to the internet, connecting to a server and downloading it for all 5, and then they all have a percent going on. They all appear to be pretty much in sync with the percent. Some of them are a little ahead of the others, so I don't know if these are kind of updating as individual LCDs or what. So kind of interesting though. Thought I would just come back and share that we have connected this to the Wi-Fi through the phone. I'm using the app, and the first thing it did once I got on the Wi-Fi is go out to the server and say, hey, I've got a firmware update, and we are applying the firmware update, as you can see. So we'll come back. If there's any other cool little caveats during the setup, so far it's been pretty easy. Just make sure, like I said, 2.4 gigahertz. This did work on the first try. A lot of these things seem to always never work on the first try. So that's actually kind of encouraging. So again, we're doing the firmware upgrade. It's about 50%, no, 90% now. So we'll come back if anything else interesting shows up. Alright guys, welcome back. So we're in the app, and we're just going to go over some of the cool little things that you can do here. Now again, I mentioned like it can look like a Nixie clock, so kind of program that as a clock look, and we can actually change the fonts. Now this is all being done in the app itself, so I went ahead and picked holidays, Christmas knitting. So this is going to actually change the font to kind of look Christmassy, and as soon as this is done loading this up, there's a Christmas calendar and clock. There you go, very Christmassy. It's got some animations, it's got Christmas countdown, 27 days. So that's actually pretty darn cool. Let's take a look at the app itself. So if I'm in the app, so you can have all sorts of different like combinations, right? So you can do plans, personalities, and you can do each individual one. Like here's holidays, brilliant, Halloween skeletons, Halloween pumpkins, like spider or bones, candy canes, gingerbread, and then if you click on this, you can basically say, you know, different things here. If you want the time zone, 12, 24-hour clock settings, display time. Mentioned that you can do social media or YouTube, right? So you can actually configure your YouTube countdown here. Here's sci-fi. So there's stock, RSS news feeds, exchange rates. So if you want stocks, or you can custom RSS feeds, Chinese stock, cryptocurrencies, all sorts of different things that you can put in here. Now, you can group these. So I can literally go in and just do one LCD display, right? So I can come in here and click one display that says please add data. So basically now I can configure this however I want to configure it. It's from financial, so I'll just do financial in one of these over here, right? So we're going to try to put the financial there. You can see? The Apple stock is the only one that I've got loaded in here, but I can do that. So if I come into the next one, let's do weather, right? So let's do a little weather forecast. Whoops, I didn't select the right window. Let's come down here. Holidays. I clicked on the right one. Thought I was. Let's do some plans too. Let's click on the plan here. Plan 2, check. We'll see what that does. So now we're loading some Facebook login there. I'd have to configure Facebook logins, right? So don't really want to do that. So I already got the weather loaded. If I do a Christmas countdown, oh, I'm still in the second one. So now we have to come back in here and do the third. Now you can see it's kind of loading this up, right? So then I can hit play. I can come in here and group them all together. Let's look at sci-fi. I'm just curious. Let's just see what sci-fi does. Oh, that's stock. That's just a exchange rate, cryptocurrency. So let's do cryptocurrency. There we go. So we've got some cryptocurrency going across the board. And this is basically a plan. Okay, so right here we've got the data, and it seems to be doing a refresh here. Wind speed, sunny, clock, and then oh, there's the microphone. You can see it's actually listening. And then here's crypto. So this is just the coolest little thing. I mean, does that not like look just completely cool when it comes to having this on your desk? And again, you can do all sorts of stuff with this. It's so customizable, from animations to, look at this, I can get in here and I can control the RGB lights, surround lights, the backlights, and yes, it does have backlights, the lighting effect, you know, just everything. It's just killer cool. Image projection, tap to display. So if I want to do, let's see if it does it. I'm just doing it in the first one. This should be a Santa Claus, right? That's what I think I'm going to load on here anyway, is some custom. Yeah, look at that. Little animated Santa going over the, yeah. Alright, dropping down into the chimney sweep. That's so cool. Yeah, so I'm going to have a little fun with this guy. And I think I'm just going to tinker with it. Again, backlighting, all of this is controllable. So however you want to customize this to fit your needs, you can. And I think that's amazingly cool. Divoom, probably my favorite display that they have. Although we're going to review one more. the Pixu 64. So it'll be interesting to see. That's a video coming up here for the holidays, is the Pixu. So we have that one in the hopper. I'm going to feed that one in here pretty soon. But the Timesgate, awesomeness. Check it out. I'll have a link in the show notes where you can go and click and get more information on this that I may not have provided you. You can probably even see more use cases. Obviously I can't show you every little thing this is going to do, just kind of giving you a good example of what this can do. And I think you can have this like look like the Matrix theme, just anything you want to make it look like. That's amazingly cool. I love it. I love it. Alright, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the show, and as always guys, thanks for watching and have a good one. So guys, I just wanted to give you, with the studio lights out, a little look at the Timesgate and a few little examples of what I did for setting it up. This here I've got like a Christmas countdown. You can take photos and actually like put them on your LCD screens. Basically just like a stock ticker, right? A YouTube channel, so you can see my views there hopefully, and subscribers and everything. And then like Bitcoin, so I've got some crypto in this piece right here, basically showing me some different crypto that I'm invested in, flashing on here. And the stocks, also these are the stocks I'm invested in, not all of them but some, so you can customize this to whatever you want, you know, basically to give you the information. And you can do different social media platforms, different clocks, all sorts of stuff. And then I just wanted to go over the RGB lighting in the dark too. As you can see, pretty darn cool. I have it rotating off colors, kind of doing a little cycling here through the lighting, and you can see that the lighting is pretty nice when it comes to an RGB effect on stuff. So very futuristic, very cool looking Timesgate. Definitely going to go on my desk setup. And again, I shared the link and everything in the show notes. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching and have a good one.